The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is a game that features tons of characters from the Super Mario series. From the Chain Chomp, Goombas, Piranha Plants, to even Princess Peach. The game is packed with references from the Mario franchise. But Link's Awakening isn't the only game to feature references to the Mario series. While not as obvious as Link's Awakening, tons of other games within the Zelda series have Easter eggs to the Super Mario series. So, in this video, Dr. Wily and I will be taking a look at all the Easter eggs that reference Super Mario within the Zelda series. To start off, let's take a look at a Mario cameo that took place in a title before Link's Awakening, that being in The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In the game's Kakariko Village, you can find a portrait of Mario on the wall. And when pulling on the portrait, it will actually give you a ton of rupees.
These really subtle cameos are a common thing to find in other titles within the series. As with how Mario has always been Nintendo's mascot, seeing Easter eggs of him that break the fourth wall is no surprise.
A similar Easter egg can be found in Ocarina of Time as well, with it being in Princess Zelda's courtyard. This is an area you only visit once within the game, so many players may miss out on this. And what it is if you look out the left window that leads into Hyrule Castle, you'll find portraits of Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Bowser.
In the 3DS version, the portraits are replaced with a replica level of New Super Mario Bros. Another Easter egg found within the game are Malon and her father Talon's brooch, which are clearly based off Bowser's face. And speaking of Talon, Talon and Ingo, the taller and thinner look-alike, are a reference to Mario and Luigi, looking like Hylian versions of the two brothers, from their stash to their red and green outfits.
In Ocarina of Time's direct sequel, Majora's Mask, an obvious reference can be found at the very start of the game, and that is the Mario mask that is on the Happy Mask salesman's back. A rather strange one, as throughout the game you realize a ton of these masks are created by trapping their spirit into a mask with the Song of Healing. So did the Happy Mask salesman somehow manage to trap Mario into a mask?
And with the game borrowing many assets from Ocarina of Time, the characters Mr. Barton and the Gormon brothers, which are based off Ingo and Talon, resemble Mario and Luigi respectively.
This same reference is applied to all iterations of Talon found throughout the Zelda series. With the Link Between Worlds, that reference is switched with the Milk Bar owner, who in Hyrule resembles Mario, but in Lorule resembles Luigi.
Though another reference found in Majora's Mask is the Music Box House's theme found in Ikana Canyon. The song the house plays that is meant to ward off the Gyptos is the exact same that plays in the merry-go-round from Big Boo's haunt in Super Mario 64.
Moving on to The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap, the game has a similar thing to Link's Awakening, with enemies being borrowed from the Mario series, that being the Lakitus and Bob-ombs, which are enemies you find within the game's world.
A smaller reference is the sound effect that plays when a vine grows within the game, because it's very similar to when a vine grows in Super Mario Bros.
In The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, there's a pretty small but clever reference to the Mario series, and that is that you can find a bullet bill on one of Fire's sleeves. And with how he operates the cannon, it sure makes sense in why Nintendo would make that sort of reference. I guess with how he has a human launching cannon, he may have always wanted to be a real-life bullet bill?
The Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages has a pretty cool reference to the original Donkey Kong for the arcade. It's where Link must save Zelda from fire in the Black Tower. It has Link climb to Princess Zelda, which is extremely similar to the situation Mario was in when he was trying to save Pauline from Donkey Kong.
Though this is only featured in Oracle of Ages' linked game playthrough, which requires you beating Oracle of Seasons first and linking the games together, making this Easter egg something not all players may experience depending on which order they beat the two games. Another interesting one is in The Legend of Zelda: Triforce Heroes, as two of the many games' different outfits actually reference the Mario series. The first being the Fire Gloves, which act like the Fire Flower from the Mario Bros. Series, as you can shoot fire from your hands. But if that reference seems a bit vague, it even makes the exact same sound effect when shooting fire.
The second is the Hammerware outfit, which is an obvious reference to the Hammer Bros, just based on its design alone.
In a spin-off title to the series, Hyrule Warriors, there's also a Mario reference that can be found within the game. This sorta ties into Link's Awakening's many references though, with it being a Chain Chomp as one of Link's ball and chain weapons.
But, as mentioned before, none of these games have as many references as Link's Awakening. So to end off, let's go over the many Mario references found within the game.
First up is Terran, who's a reference to Talon in later titles, is an obvious nod to Mario.
As is the Kuko Keeper, who's a reference to Luigi.
Christine, a goat that is trying to catfish Dr. Wright, uses a photo of Princess Peach to trick him into thinking that that is how she looks.
There's a Yoshi doll that can be won from the trendy minigame, which is used for the trading quest.
Mimu, the frog who teaches Link the Frog Song of Soul, has his appearance based off of Vort from Super Mario Bros. 2.
And of course the many enemies and creatures found within the game. Think of ones like the Bloopers, Cheep Cheeps, Bob-ombs, Chain Chomps, Goombas, Piranha Plants, Pokey, Shy Guys, and even Thwomps.
The game clearly doesn't hide the fact that it heavily borrows from the Mario series. But with how the game's world is all based around the Windfish's dream, you could say that the Windfish was just a big Mario fan?
Mario has always been Nintendo's #1 franchise. The amount of spin-off games Mario has had has even led to the two titles connecting together with Link joining Mario in Mario Kart 8.
Sadly, Zelda on the other hand hasn't gotten as many spin-offs, which only leaves their titles with small Easter eggs and references to the Mario series.
But while Mario has always been first to Nintendo, Zelda has always been a strong second. They're two oldest, longest living franchises that are still a hit today, with Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey carrying the torch.
Personally, I would love to see a game where Mario characters and Zelda characters team up for a serious title, outside of games like Mario Kart and Smash Bros. I mean, Mario has a game in which he teams up with Rabbids and uses a gun, so maybe this possibility isn't too far-fetched. I would also love to see more Mario spin-offs do something similar to how Mario Kart 8 features Link. Like, what if the next Mario Kart becomes Nintendo Kart, featuring all different characters from Nintendo's first IPs? Or what about Nintendo Party? I think with how well they managed to fit Link in Mario Kart 8, makes it safe to say that having other Nintendo characters featured in a Mario title wouldn't be too crazy. It would maybe give a chance for Captain Falcon to hit the track once more, as that has been abandoned for years. I mean, even a track from his title, F-Zero, Big Blue, was featured in Mario Kart 8, but no sign of him in the game. I feel like he would have made the perfect character for Nintendo to feature in Mario Kart. Regardless, if Mario spin-offs managed to evolve into entire Nintendo spin-offs like Super Smash Bros., it would shine light on tons of other great franchises from Nintendo. And I feel like this inclusion wouldn't take away from any of those games, but just add to it. I mean, Mario Kart 8's DLC characters is a great example of that, which as mentioned, featured Link. But Mario spin-offs aren't the only games within the series that reference Zelda. There are tons of Zelda references throughout the Mario titles. Actually, Mario has had references to the Zelda series since its early titles. For example, in Super Mario Bros. 3, the Warp Whistle will play the same tune that the flute from the original Legend of Zelda played. Which later on actually became the first few notes played in Ocarina of Time's opening theme. But we haven't even scratched the surface of Easter eggs the Mario series has from The Legend of Zelda. So check out Dr. Wily's video where him and I take a look at the Zelda Easter eggs found within the Super Mario series. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. And also subscribe to Dr. Wily and I for more content like this. Also, please consider supporting me on Patreon to get exclusive videos and overall help the channel. As always, I've been Zelda Master, and I'll see you all in the next one.